I have a 30-minute practice for you showing our spines some love. So some flexion, extension, lateral flexion and rotation. We're going to start lying down. So making your way into Shavasana and taking a moment to notice how that feels, particularly noticing the spine. Then bringing your feet so they are flat on the mat. Lifting your bottom, taking it closer to your feet, putting it back down. Lifting your shoulders, taking those closer to your bottom and putting them back down. Interlacing your hands behind your neck, sliding them up your neck, the back of your skull, and placing your head on the mat. Extending your arms down by your sides, palm face up. Then stepping your feet so they're mat distance wide and knocking the knees into touch. Notice how the spine feels now. And choose to stay here or extend your legs along the mat, allowing them to fall open from the ankles. Bringing your awareness to your spine. Following your inhale from your skull all the way down to your coccyx. Your exhale out and up from the coccyx through the lumbar, the thoracic and the cervical spine to the skull. A few more rounds of breath. And then bringing your feet so they're flat on the mat, about hip width apart. As you inhale, press the lower back into the mat. And as you exhale, tip it away. Keeping that going. Noticing how the lower back, the lumbar spine responds to this initial movement. And if you particularly like it, choose to stay here. Or with your next inhale, press through the heels and lift the hips into bridge. As you exhale, tenderly lower the spine back down onto the mat. Keeping that going. Or if you prefer, choosing to do some more pelvic tilts. And you can stay here with the bridge or with the pelvic tilts. Or with your next inhale, lifting your arms and your hips, allowing the arms to fall down on the mat behind you. As you exhale and curl down, bring the arms back down by your sides. Two more rounds wherever you are. And when you finished up, making your way over to all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. As you inhale, taking the head and chest forwards and up. As you exhale, chin to chest and round. Keeping that going, inhaling into extension, exhaling into flexion. Keeping that going. Awareness very much at the spine, Noticing those areas that are a little bit resistant to movement. Noticing the areas where the spine moves freely. Sending your breath to those sticky little patches. Two more rounds. Inhaling in cow. Exhaling to cat. Meeting at neutral. Stepping one leg back into plank, following it with the other and lifting the hips for downward facing dog. And then bend and straighten opposite legs as you walk out your dog. See how that feels. Maybe choose to add the head as you look underneath or turn it armpits. Finding a static dog and taking the stride a little shorter, a little wider. Right hand finds left shin. Bending your right arm, looking underneath that left armpit. Giving it a full round of breath. Unravel. Walk out the legs. And coming to the other side. Left arm, right shin, looking underneath right armpit. And first spinal rotation. Inhale, unravel, step your feet together, bend knees and elbows, walk your feet between your hands. Inhale, find a flat back, your spine is long, legs are moving towards straight. Now let's upgrade that. Put a slight bend in your knees, extend your arms back, palm face down, chest and head are lifted. Spine is long. Squeeze your shoulder blades, strengthen your upper back. Bend and fold some part of torso on the thighs, release the back of your neck. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, coming to slightly bent legs, extending the arms back by your side, squeezing your shoulder blades. Neck and head in line with the rest of your spine. Bend and folds. Walk your hands up your legs as you come to stand. Taking half sun salutations with the back strengthening. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend and folds. Inhale, halfway lift, legs slightly bent, arms back, palms down, squeeze the shoulder blades. Bend and folds. Circle the arms up. And then bring the hands to the heart. 2 more rounds. Inhaling to rise. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, strengthen your back, halfway lift. Exhale, bend and folds. Circle the arms, rise up. Bring the hands down and center line. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, strengthen the back, slight bend in the legs, squeeze the shoulder blades. Bend and folds. Circle the arms, rise up. Bring the hands down and the center line. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bends and folds. Back strengthening, halfway lift. Bends and folds. Right hand in between your feet. Bend in the right leg. Take the left arm out and up to the sides. Release it down, swapping sides. Left hand between your feet. Left leg bent. Take the right arm out and up. 2 more times on each side. Meeting in a forward fold. Right hand underneath your head. Bend your right leg. Strengthen your left as you lift the left arm up. Choose to stay there or wrap that left arm behind you in a handcuff. Maybe tuck it into the waistband of your trousers. Maybe grabbing the inside of that right thigh for a half bind. Giving it a full round of breath. Unraveling and folding. Left hand stays down, bend that left leg, take the right arm up. Choose to stay here or wrap that right hand in a handcuff, maybe into the waistband, maybe finding that inside left thigh. Spinal flexion, rotation, there's an opening in the shoulder. Inhale there, exhale and unravel. Allow the head to dangle. And then walk your hands up your legs as you come to stand. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bends and folds. Inhale, strengthen your back, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, take the right leg back knee down, toes untucked. Inhale, lift the arms, crescent lunge. Exhale, take your hands down, your left leg back, sink your hips back, child's pose. Inhale, find all fours. Exhale, shift forwards and lower. Take your tailbone towards your heels. Roll your shoulders up, back down. Squeeze your shoulder blades off of the heart forwards. Baby cobra. Lower your hands, push all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, find all fours. Exhale, step that right foot forward so you're on the other side. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lower the hands, tuck the left toes, step forwards and fold. Back strengthening, halfway lift. Enjoy the release as you fold. Circle the arms up, rise to stand. Bring hands down. Centre line. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bends and folds. Strengthen your back. Release your hands. Step your right leg back into the lunge. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, left hand, left hip as you side bend over. Lateral flexion for the spine. Inhale and rise. Exhale, hands down, left leg back, sink hips back, child's pose. Inhale, find all fours. Exhale, shift forwards and lower. Tailbone to heels, roll your shoulders, baby cobra. Lower your hands, push all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, find all fours. Exhale, step that right foot forwards. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, right hand, right hip, left arm comes over. Inhale and rise. Exhale, your hands down, left foot steps forwards and you fold. Slight bend in your knees as you come to strengthen your back in the halfway lift. Bend and fold. Circle the arms, rise up. Bring hands down. The center line. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend and fold. Slight bend in the knees, halfway lift. Step your right leg back into the lunge. Back knee down, toes untucked. Right hand underneath right shoulder. Take the left arm out and up to the sides. On an exhale, take it down. Left leg moves back, sink the hips back. Child's pose. Find all fours with your next inhale. Shift forwards, lower to the ground. Tailbone towards hips, roll the shoulders. Shifting all the way back to child's pose. Inhale, find all fours. Exhale, step the right foot forwards, left hand underneath left shoulder. We take the right arm out and up. Lowering that hand on an exhale, tucking the back toes, step forwards and fold. Strengthen your back, arms back, legs slightly bent, palms face down. Bend and fold. Circle the arms as you rise up. Bring hands down. The center line. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, strengthen your back and your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Curl your body forwards to plank, top of the press up. Drop your knees, shift forwards and lower to the ground. Tailbone towards the heels, roll your shoulders, find your cobra. Lower your hands, come back to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. And give it 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, step your feet together. Exhale, bend knees and elbows. Walk your feet between your hands. Strengthen your back and your halfway lift. Bend and fold. Circle the arms, rise up. Bring hands down. The center line. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Strengthen your back, legs slightly bent, squeeze the shoulder blades. Plant your hands, step back, and downward facing dog. Curl the body forwards to plank. Knees down if you would like, shift forwards and lower. Tailbone towards heels, roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades, lengthen the front of the body. Lower your hands, transition back, downward facing dog. And 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, step the feet together. Exhale, bend knees and elbows, walk your feet between your hands. Inhale, find that flat back. Bend and fold. Circle the arms, rise up. Bring the hands down the center line. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale and fold. Strengthen your back in your halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and the right leg rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, take that right foot behind your right hand. Left foot on the left side of the mat, heel in, toe out. Rise with that right knee bent, warrior one. Interlace your hands behind you, shrug your shoulders back and down. Anchor your tailbone towards the ground. Notice the opening at the front of the body. Notice the left hip flexor. Notice the broadness at the collarbones, the opening of the chest. Notice the front body is opened, and this has given us the back bend. And take an inhale there. As you exhale, flex your spine and fold. 2 more times. Inhale and rise. Exhale and bow. Inhale and rise. Exhale, release the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and the left leg rises. Exhale, left foot behind left wrist, right foot right side of the mat, heel in, toe out. Rise with that left knee bent. Warrior one on the other side. Interlace your hands behind you. Bonus points if you have the opposite finger on top. Take your tailbone down to the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades out. Anchor your shoulder blades towards the floor. Notice the right hip flexor open. Chest open, collarbones broad. Front body opening. Take an inhale. Exhale. And bow. 2 more times. Inhale and rise. Exhale, lower the hands. Step to plank. Put your knees down if you want to. Shift forwards and lower. Tailbone towards heels, roll shoulders, squeeze shoulder blades. Lower your hands, transition back, downward facing dog. And 2 more full rounds of breath here. Inhale, step feet together. Exhale, bend knees and elbows. Walk your feet between your hands. Strengthen your back in your halfway lift. Enjoy the release as you fold. Circle the arms, rise up. Bring the hands down the center line. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, bend and fold. Slight bend in your legs as you strengthen your back. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale and the right leg rises. Exhale, right foot behind right hand. Left foot heel in, toe out. Rising, warrior one, as we did just now. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, bring that left hand to the mat. Inhale, take your right arm up and open to the side. Revolved side angle. Take a full round of breath. Lower that hand. On an exhale, step back to dog. Inhale, and left leg rises. Exhale, left foot behind left hand, right heel down, heel in, toe out. Rise in your warrior one. Present in your warrior one. And then lower that right hand on an exhale. Take the left arm up and open to the side. Feeling that rotation. And then lowering that hand. Stepping to dog. Inhaling to dog and dropping your knees to the mat on an exhale. Coming to stand on your knees, feet hip width apart, lower leg parallel, toes tucked. Anchor your tailbone towards the floor. Roll your shoulders up, back, down. Hands at the waist, fingers pointed towards the ground. Squeeze your elbows together. Notice the opening at the front of the body. Contract your abs, the muscles at the fronts of the thighs, lift yourself up. Option to do exactly that again, or roll your shoulders, hands at your waist, fingers pointing down. Inhale, lift the right arm, circle it back. Maybe it comes back to the waist, maybe it finds that right heel. Left arm circles up and back, maybe to the waist, maybe to the left heel. Notice the length through the front of your body. One more round of breath. Contract abs, contract thighs, lift yourself up, untuck toes, sink hips back, taking a counter pose in child's pose. And 2 more rounds of breath here. And then making your way onto your back. Bringing your knees into your chest. Circling those knees in one direction. Massage spine. And then circle in the other. Arms in a cactus or at shoulder height, dropping your knees to the left. Noticing your breath. Noticing the effect of your breath. Exhale brings a heaviness, a surrender. Use your next inhale to come back to center. Exhale to drop the legs to the right. Where you start on this side might not feel where you finished on the other. Find your breath. Let the breath work its magic on the pose. And 2 more rounds. Inhale, unravel, place your feet on the mat. Lift your hips, take them closer to your feet, put them back down. Lift your shoulders, take them closer to your hips, put them back down. Interlace your hands at the back of the neck, slide them up your neck, your skull, place your head on the mat. Extend your arms by your sides, palm face up. Step the feet mat distance wide and allow the knees to knock into touch. And take a moment to determine how that feels. And choose to stay or extend the legs along the mat, allowing them to fall open from the ankles. Staying here is only an option. If you preferred your feet flat with the knees knocked in, please do that. Allowing your body to rest in Shavasana, to process and assimilate. If you only have 30 minutes to practice, we're right on that 30-minute mark. But if you could stay for longer in Shavasana, I absolutely encourage you to do that.